Hey everyone, welcome back to Raveling Money. Today I want to share something simple but incredibly effective, the 80-20 rule, and how you can use it to save more money without completely overhauling your life. If managing your finances feels overwhelming or like there are too many things to fix, this approach will make things clearer and much easier. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to apply this rule to save more and stress less about your budget. So what exactly is the 80-20 rule? It's a principle that says 80% of your results come from just 20% of your efforts. While it's commonly used in business and productivity, it works amazingly well for managing money. Here's how it applies to saving. Instead of trying to cut costs everywhere, you focus on the handful of expenses that have the biggest impact. It's not about giving up all the fun stuff. It's about being smart about where your money goes. Here's the thing, not all your expenses have the same weight. For most people, just a few categories like housing, transportation, and food take up the majority of their spending. If you make changes in these areas, you can save a lot of money without micromanaging everything else. Let's talk about what this looks like in practice. I'm going to share 3 areas where this rule makes a massive difference. These are big wins that can free up hundreds or even thousands of dollars each year. 1. Housing. For most of us, housing is the single largest expense. If your rent or mortgage eats up 30% or more of your income, even a small change here can save you big money. Let me give you an example. Meet Lisa. She was renting a 3-bedroom apartment because she thought she might need the space someday. After realizing she only used 2 of the rooms, she downsized to a 1-bedroom apartment. Her new rent was $800 less per month. That's nearly $10,000 saved in a year, which she put directly into her retirement account. That one decision had a bigger impact than cutting back on small things like coffee or dining out. 2. Transportation. Transportation is another huge expense that's easy to overlook. Cars cost a lot. There's the payment, insurance, gas, and maintenance. Take Mark, for instance. He sold his car and started using public transportation and biking. This saved him $700 a month, or $8,400 a year. Now, this isn't for everyone. If you need your car, maybe you could save by switching to a more affordable vehicle or shopping around for better insurance rates. The point is, tweaking just this one category can free up thousands of dollars. 3. Food. The third big category is food. We all need to eat, but how we spend on food can vary wildly. Takeout, delivery, and eating out multiple times a week can add up fast. Let's look at Sam. He used to spend $1,000 a month on dining out and impulse grocery trips. By planning meals and eating out just once a week, he cut his food budget in half. That's $6,000 saved in a year, and he still enjoys his favorite restaurant once in a while. What about the other 80%? Now you might be wondering, what about all the smaller expenses like subscriptions, clothes, or coffee? Here's the good news, you don't need to obsess over them. The 80-20 rule lets you focus on the big things, but that doesn't mean you should ignore the smaller stuff entirely. If you find a few areas where you can easily cut back, go for it. Just don't stress over every $5 expense. Your energy is better spent on the big categories. How to apply the 80-20 rule to your money. Let me show you how to make this work in your own life. It's actually really simple and only takes a few steps. Track your spending. First, track your spending for a month. Write down everything or use an app. This will help you see where your money is going. Group expenses by category. Once you have your list, group everything into categories, like housing, food, entertainment, and so on. You'll quickly see which categories take up the biggest chunks of your budget. Target the big stuff first. Focus on the top 2 or 3 categories. Can you reduce your rent, switch to a cheaper car, or meal plan more often? These changes will have the most impact. Automate your savings. Take the money you're saving and set up an automatic transfer to a savings or investment account. This way, you won't even be tempted to spend it. Here's why this works so well. The savings you make today don't just sit there, they grow. Let's say you free up $500 a month and invest it in an index fund with a 7% return. In 10 years, that's over $86,000. In 20 years, it's $240,000. Small changes now can make a huge difference later. Money doesn't have to be complicated. By focusing on the 20% of actions that create 80% of your results, you can maximize savings with minimal effort. If you found this helpful, hit the like button, subscribe to Raveling Money. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.